Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my tarot. We're gonna be doing your monthly. This was supposed to be for July, but we got delayed in delivering this to you right on time. So, or me delivering this to you right on time. So, um, I'll just do your reading from this mid July until mid August. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Okay, so before we start Capricorn, we're gonna look at the sky and we'll see what changes has been going on in the astrology. Okay, and then we'll get to your cards after. Okay, so right now we've been having Mercury retrograde in Cancer. That is opposite your sign, opposite your career, your reputation. This has to do more about your home life. Um, so retrograde has um, has been in Cancer. So topics could have been around refining or going back to maybe your homeland, about your family, your real estate, your home, about cars, maybe finalizing some documents regarding those things, or hello, thank you so much, and welcome. Um, Regarding home and your mom, or your private life, or your privacy, or your security, or homeland security. Okay. Um, this could also be for the collective. We are um, rehashing some details regarding um, what we need to do about our homeland security. And this is happening worldwide. Okay. Or what could have occurred previously and what you need to improve. And you could be getting the answers that you need regarding what could have gone wrong in the matters of homeland security, or your home and your security, and how you can better protect yourself in your community, or your home and your family. Okay. Or you could also be facing a lot of scrutiny, or um, oppositions at this time. In matters regarding those things. Okay, when it comes to communicating about home security, privacy, boundaries, stability, what makes a home secure, or what makes you feel secure and safe. um Also, Venus uh, is orbiting Virgo. It is orbiting Virgo, and that is on your ninth house. Okay, so that is your ninth house. So you might feel like you're finding it more pleasant to you find it more pleasant to work with spirituality, law, the higher ordained, or order, or religion. Or you could be meeting somebody, maybe someone that you'd be interested with, or someone that you're going to be dating with. Okay, you might meet them at a religious location, okay, or someone with this type of topics, or like what they're about, okay, or maybe they could be practicing law, religion, or philosophy, like those. Okay. But that Venus is creating a square with Mars, and Mars is currently in a square in Mars and Uranus, so they are both currently conjunct in Gemini. So that's communication, putting in a lot of effort in communication in Gemini. They are both Mercury ruled. However, Geminis are more like passing on the gossips, okay? Whereas Virgo, it's more like trade. It's more like what they can use for business, or as a merchant. Whereas Mercury on Gemini could be the salesman, or like it is kind of the same, but I feel like more the practical approach to kind of stabilizing that type of talent is Virgo, making money out of a business, or whereas Gemini could just be like talking just because they like to know the gossips, or they like to know what's going on. They want to know. They just like to talk. They want to know what's in your mind. Oh, where you talking to? Just because they have so much questions, or they have so many cognitive activities in their mind, and they need answers. And whereas Venus in a Mercury ruled planet would be like creating money, and maybe that's creating money that has to do with like spirituality or religion, or like law, okay, law and order, or philosophy, like when you're teaching stuff. So maybe you're offering your service to teach, you're offering your service to consult, and consultations like those. Or the one that you'll be meeting, or the one that you're going to be meeting your maybe this is someone like so this one could be very compatible with you as your fellow earth sign. Okay, so Venus is right now in Virgo, so you could feel like very lucky in love right now. Okay, so you might find this person practicing law, or religion, law and order. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so also Mars just joined the Uranus in Gemini. um there could be a lot of action that is being implemented in communications, and maybe that's also creating conflicts in communications or accidents in communications, social medias, or um, um, or there could be ignitions. Maybe like you guys will see a lot more. So maybe hopefully not like tornadoes that like are creating fire, or like tornadoes that are created in fire. Or like, oh, that could be also like a brush fire, or like oh, a wildfire. Okay, that's like heat in the air. Okay, heat in the air, and like heated debates online, in communication, or inventions of AI. But that is well supported. That Mars is well supported with Saturn. It's creating a sextile on with Aries, which is the ruling planet of Mars, or the which is the ruling planet. Yeah. So Saturn, it could be getting along with maybe like authorities are figuring out a way um, to rule, or to practice their authority in social media, or like taking actions in social media, or maybe like cybersecurity, or um, um hold on, you guys. I'm itching. Hold on. Okay, let's see what else. So this Saturn in Aries has been creating a lot of chaos. Okay, it's been creating a lot of chaos in authorities, um, in leadership roles, in leadership style, and machineries, um, cars, or anything that has to do with something fast, and taking off, or ignitions, fire. There's a lot more fire that is happening in the world. Okay, so it's kind of like heating up our world a little. Okay, um, and there's also a lot of conflicts regarding manhood, um, or like the role in our society, or like the role of a man as a society, or like the expectations from a man, or our expectations from leadership, or from expectations from authorities. So I feel like um they've been they've been getting schooled, okay, for the past year, or has it been a year since Saturn changed its sign to Aries? Also Neptune has joined Saturn there, like, but that was like a few months ago. Okay, so Neptune there is like teaching to like leadership or authorities to have more compassion, more love, or consider spirituality, consider love, unconditional love, fighting for spirituality, or there could be conflicts regarding spirituality or spiritual or religious oppression, or conflicts, religion and authority conflicts. Okay. Yeah, they're supposed to make this somewhat amicable. Okay, or this is supposed to teach each other something. All right, regarding religion and leadership and authority. Okay, or spirituality, love, unconditional love, God, like those. What else? So the sun is opposite you right now. Okay, you could feel like you could be there's a lot more, you feel like your partner is gaining a lot more attention, or you feel like um mm, your partner is getting a lot more um generosity, attention, um or you feel like your um hmm? Mm. Yeah, or maybe your business or your business partner could be getting more generosity or attention at this time, or they could feel like there's a lot more people that is coming to them at this time. And Jupiter enter the sign Leo. Okay, this could be like a time where we feel like we could be reconnected with our inner youth, our inner child, or we feel like kids these days are giving us new inspiration to be a child again, to reconnect with our inner youth, inner child, or we feel like they could be a source of our joy or laughter, or we could feel like we're more generous to kids at these times, or um, our creativity could expand during um, transits of Jupiter in Leo, and but that is opposing. Oh, this could also feel like it's inflating if you're a Leo, but you're not. So I think it's fine. You might feel like if you have a Leo around you, you might feel like it could probably be inflating their ego a little more than than they already are, or you feel like they could feel like they could be illuminated with with some wisdom or spirituality in them. Um, but this is opposing Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto is a sign of introspection, transformation, investigation, rebirth, um, distant magnetism, desire, like it's like composed desire, like quiet power. So this is transiting in the house, in your second house. Okay, you feel like it is transforming your second house. Okay, and you might feel like right now your house of value or your income is currently going through a redo or a transformation. It is trying to rid of the things that is no longer going to be working for you, so that it can start bringing in things that are more enduring, or that is going to be more necessary, that is balancing the needs of humanity and of the self and of children, creativity, and of network, friendship, groups, okay, what else? It is also creating sextile in Uranus. Sudden changes could create or spark new ideas regarding communication ideas. Okay, communicating those bright ideas of what you just realized about your community, or about children, or creativity, or creative expression, or self-identity. And it's also creating a trine with Neptune in Aries. Okay, there's a sudden change in idea and communication, the way that you understand religion, authorities, or the way that you need to incorporate spirituality, and the way you perform your authoritative roles around children, creativity, creative expression, and how you need to consider the change that is going on in your community and in the world, and in your networks, in your friendship networks, Wi-Fi. Okay, what else? Okay. So the North Node is soon going to be in Aquarius. So we're currently thinking about ways to give to our community, to be for our community, how we can reconstruct community, groups, humanity. So our mind is going to be thinking about how we can make forward strides in creating progress in our community, society at large, how we can be there for each other. Okay. Okay. So I think that is all that is going on in the sky. So I think the North Node there is going to make you more obsessive about thinking about your money, because all this Pluto things that is trying to reconstruct the way you make your money, when the North Node goes in your second house, it's gonna make you more thinking about like how you could enhance or transform the way you've been making money. Okay. So I feel like all your attention is gonna be there. Okay. Okay, let's get to your cards. Too much blobbing. All right. Okay, Capricorn. Let's see what is going on for you for mid-month of July 2026 till mid-August of 2026. Okay, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium in Capricorn, or Stellium in the 10th house. So in the past, there hasn't been any collaborative effort or harmony in your group or in your team. Okay, people are not getting along, or you feel like they're doing a crappy work, or you feel like they're not doing their job or their task the way that they need to, or the way that your company is requiring. Okay, or you feel like they're not getting on the same page, or they're not doing it. They're not doing it the way that they need to do their work. Okay, they have become undisciplined in the way that they have been interacting with each other, the way that they need to collaborate with one another, or you feel like they have been unethical, okay, in the way that they have been proceeding with their work. In your present time, there's the Sun, there's the new optimism. You feel like you're filled with hope. There's new optimism. Maybe in the way that you work or in your team. Maybe you have a new teammate that when they come in, they bring sunshine, or like they bring they feel like they bring in the light again in your team, that like makes it a little more chaotic. and they feel like, okay, oh, this guy, it seems like he's nice to work with. But something is challenging that, and we're going to see what that is. Two of Wands. The new optimism is challenged by new direction, or is challenged by immobility to move to a new direction. Okay. And this could be regarding your stability, your home, marriage, or what makes you feel safe and secured. Okay, let's see what's going to take place in the future. The Tower. So you might feel like you need to change some things in the way that you've been working your maybe your office, or regarding your home instability. You feel like you need a redo. Okay, you feel like you need to restructure the way that things are right now, because if things has not been working in the past, you're being called. Maybe this is gonna happen in full moon in Cancer. Okay, so something's gonna shake it up, and it's gonna create that change. Okay, so that you can have people that may want to work together and want to collaborate together, so that you can have the stability that you are seeking, and you can have a forward movement regarding your stability and your home. Okay, and maintain the optimism that you currently have right now by restructuring the way that you need to restructure to create progress. We're gonna see what you're gonna be dealing with for the month of June. I don't know why I feel like I'm out of energy. Okay, let's see what you're gonna be dealing with for the month of mid-July and hereafter, or here onwards. Ego, or the ego. Okay, birds flying high. Something's on my throat. It's the witch. It's the witch again. You know how I feel. Sun's in the sky. You know how I feel. The sun. Suddenly you're inspired by something, maybe a child. But it's like you're inspired with a new idea, but you feel stuck. Okay, like you feel like, how am I gonna move forward if I can't go there? If I have no way to get there, or if I'm stuck at home, if I need to be at home, how can I restructure the way that I work? Or how can I restructure the way I work from home, so that I can still feel like I can do things? Okay. Or you might also feel like you're seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing things with a new perspective from being at this height, or like from this level of truth. Okay, you might have encountered like some truth that you've seen from being like you see where everybody's at, you see why everybody believes this way, why everybody's this, or why they're doing the way that they're doing, because you can see them from where you are. Okay. Okay. What else? What else is Capricorn going to be dealing with? The artist. We're going to be dealing with the artist. Maybe this person is very creative. They like to write songs, make music, paint, create stuff, draw, fashion design, architect, interior designer, or like a stylist, or they know something about color theory, paint, okay, coordinating colors. And you could also be feeling like you are in tune. You're in tune. You're like connected to the universe, to the filaments of the universe. Okay? And you feel like you can really manifest things right now, but you feel like you're stuck. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to overcome at this time, is this feeling of stuckness, because you feel like there's no new direction being presented to you in life. Okay, you feel like life itself has confined you and limited you, or limited your movement and where you need to be. And but you feel like you're in tuned with your surroundings, with your person, with your love, with your partner. Okay. I had that. I'm done. Like I need to feel my. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else. Also, let's see what is okay. We'll get to your love cards in a few. Okay. Who else are you going to be dealing with for the month of mid-July till mid-August? Okay, the lesson that you need to learn is the lesson regarding power. Okay. The lesson that you need to learn about power. So the planet of power is in the sign of Aquarius. So what is that teaching us right now as our generation change? Our time has changed. So the planet of power is in the sign of Aquarius, meaning the people, the community, friendships, networks, organizations, firms, governments, humanity. Okay, if you do those things, if you make your money that considers those audience, you will regain your power. Okay, those are the things that is going to be given power to the people, humanity. Because Pluto wants all of us to consider what is going to be best for humanity, for the community, for everybody, for the people. Okay. All right. You're going to be dealing with an inventor. Maybe this one is someone who's very intellectual. Okay. Maybe it's the artist. Someone else different. Okay. You could be dealing with someone who is an inventor or an intellectual. Or maybe a philosopher, a scientist, mathematician. Maybe they're good with those also. Or you could also be dealing with your staffs or your corporate staffs. Okay. Or you could be somewhere in North America. Okay. You could be dealing with someone who is very athletic, or they're very like built, or like they're very athletic built. Okay. Or a martial artist, or like very trained athlete, or martial artist. Now let's see what each of these has to say. What each of these has to say. What about this ego? What does this has to say? You make my heart full. You make my heart full. The artist. Definitely what? I'm too afraid to talk to you. Why? You have so many choices and options. Okay. What about someone who is in tuned? Someone who's in tuned. I want a fresh start with you. Like this one. Your partner. So this is true for anyone who has Capricorn, Venus Capricorn, okay? They want a fresh start with you. And they're too afraid to talk. Why are they too afraid to talk? Okay. What about the inventor? What do they have to say? Do you even care? What about your staff? Your staffs. You are so very special. Your staffs appreciate you. What about the athlete? I left because you told me to. Well, look, you have a staff, and they think you're very special. Let's see what else, because there's staffs here. Staffs. They're into you. Imagine you naked. Wait, this is a person maybe that you're actually with. Maybe you work with them. Your staff, you're special to them. They imagine you naked. Maybe they're just your staff. Boundaries. All right. Okay. Now let's do let's see what are the external factors that are going on around you right now, Capricorn, that could be impacting your situation. You're in love. You're in love. Or this could also be true if you have Capricorn rising. Only you? Only you. Focused on just you. Observing you. Someone could be observing you. Okay, watching you. There's no one like you. Someone could be obsessive about you. Maybe this person that you're with is watching you. You could also be dealing with love. Okay, that is unconditional, that is compassion, that is genuine, that is a union. Okay, what else? You could be dealing with children, immaturity, innocence, or childhood. Okay. Or you could be feeling like you feel like you're trapped. Or someone could feel like they're trapped. Or is there a trapped child? Oh, or maybe you could feel like this child is like a symbol of unconditional love. Because we have like love, child, and trapped. Or maybe you could feel like your love is trapped. Or you feel like maybe your love life is not going anywhere. Okay. Or you feel like you could be, or there could be someone going through like a mental prison or a captive, or they feel like stuck somewhere, or they're like in a lockdown. Gotta get this love locked down. This love locked down. Gotta get this love locked down. Or you might feel like you see someone who you feel like is like your eye candy or something, or it could be like the love of your life, since Venus is in Virgo, okay? And you want to lock her down. You want to lock her down. You want to lock her in. All right. Or Venus and Virgo could also feel like you could feel like you're more infatuated with people who looks innocent, or who looks young, who looks younger than their age, because of being Virgo could symbolize those things, but they could speak very critically, or they could feel like they like to pick things apart until there's nothing to be had anymore. Just kidding. Or maybe they could be like very detailed, or maybe it's this artist, or maybe they're very like or this inventor, or they could be like very detailed oriented. Venus and Virgo are like someone who would spend hours painting a very detailed, formulated painting. About the quantum field. What is the formula to the quantum field? What is the ratio of probability in the quantum field, which is eternity, or until consciousness allows. What else? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get to your love cards. Let's see if you are dealing with anyone in love. Okay, if you're with somebody or are dealing with love, it is safe for you to love. Okay, it's signaling for you that it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And you deserve love, because you are lovable. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's passion. Okay. Let's see. So I just got this oracle deck. Okay, I got a few oracle decks. I got a new oracle decks, you guys. So excited to use them. So this one is called Situation Love Oracle Deck. All right, let's see. Let's pull more cards around your love life, or your connections at this time, or whoever you're connecting with at this time. Manipulation. So you or the person that you're connecting with could be dealing with manipulation in the way that you guys are interacting with each other. Okay, there is currently covert influence, or calculated guidance, or strategic pressure. So make sure that doesn't go overboard, or it doesn't go out of the line, or it doesn't cross the line. Okay, I mean, this should already be a red flag, but What else? You could be dealing with a situationship, okay? Unclear borders, mismatch, or undefined rhythm. Unclear borders, mismatched effort, undefined rhythm. So maybe this one is just as a fling, something to fill your time, or just so you don't have to rely on your hands. Shame, Capricorn. Loneliness. You feel like even if you socialize, or even if you feel like you get to see this person, you still feel like you're lonely. You still feel like it doesn't fulfill you, or it doesn't fulfill your desire, or it doesn't feel your happiness, or what you're looking for, or it doesn't feel like love. It feels like a situation. It doesn't feel like, or it's just something that you feel like you're filling in your time with. It's probably because it might not be the person. It could have to be about how you're currently feeling inside of you. Okay. And there's a feeling of loneliness here. There's an inner hollow, or you feel like there's something missing inside of you. Maybe you're still discovering yourself. Okay. Silent longing. You're like longing for something to feel that what your heart is aching for. Or you probably get an emotional night. Sometimes you might feel like there could be times where you feel like some nights are more emotional than most nights. Okay. Or you could feel like you end up in nights where it's like it's just you and yourself, and you have unfulfilled meanings. Maybe it's not desires. Maybe it's not desires because you feel like that's what you're trying to fill up. Okay. So maybe it's meaning that makes you feel lonely. Maybe it's finding the meaning in why you do what you do, so that you don't feel lonely, so that you don't feel like there's like a hollow part of your inner self, or like you're silently longing for something without knowing what it is. So maybe you're looking for something more meaningful. Let's see. What does the Holy Spirit wants you to focus your... What does the Holy Spirit wants you to focus your energy at this time? The Empress. Just focus on yourself. You can just focus on your mom, or being the badass bitch. Or flaunt it like you got it. Flaunt it cause you got it. Flaunt it cause you got it. Be about it cause it's you. It's you. You're it. You got that it factor. You feel like you can do it yourself. Okay, so do it yourself. If you feel like you have the right skills, you have the right skills, you've mastered the things that you need to work things to make it successful. Maybe like become your own boss, become your own CEO, become your own chairwoman, your chairman, or your own businessman, businesswoman. So focus on that independence, that financially secured, financially sound. Don't bother me, you can bother me. Take me with you, take me not. I'm here, I'm good, with or without you. Okay, like that. Focus on that one rather than this, or seeking fulfillment in things that are not meaningful, or just because you feel like there's passion. Okay, you can transmute passion into creativity, because I feel like when you give yourself to somebody else without knowing why you're doing it, without just to fill in the gaps in your, or to fill in the loneliness in your nights, because maybe you feel like those loneliness or that inner hollow will go away. It doesn't. Okay, unless you find them, like this is what you're looking for, or you feel like you love them. But if you feel like you don't love them, you feel like you're just releasing passion. Okay, and you can do that if you feel like you still have like inner woundings that like prevents you from connecting intimately with somebody, or prevents you from being vulnerable and intimate with a person that you could feel like you can be safe with them or around them, or that they can carry your secrets. And maybe it's that thing that like holds you back from being so connected with somebody. But if you can't, you miss out on that meaningful relationships. Okay, and if it's just passion, you can just transmute all that chakral energy into creativity. Okay, do something creative. Maybe invent something that can change the world, or invent something that can change the society. Maybe invent something that the humanity needs at this time, or what your community needs at this time. Empower your community, empower society, empower yourself. Okay, let's ask for advices. Oneness is your advice. Oneness. Someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually, those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. Okay, you might feel like you're missing someone during this time. Maybe that's why you feel like you're lonely. Maybe it was a situationship. Maybe there was manipulation involved. in your situationship. You know, whatever that connection lives with you, makes you yearn for something that you feel like you can never truly have. Okay, you feel like you're missing someone. Let's see what else. Sacrifice. Reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power. All right. If you feel like you need to create better balance in your relationships, if you feel like you had to sacrifice something in your relationships, it's calling for you to nurture yourself. This is maybe you need to be there for yourself, nurture yourself. Maybe this is a person, maybe this is the Taurus or Virgo. More like a Taurus. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, you got an ox, meaning steadfast. The ox represents determination and hard work. Stay the course with patience. Your consistent effort is building something of great value. Oh no. I keep disappearing. Why? Okay. I hope you get to read that. Okay. Now you got crow, meaning watchful. Crow, meaning watchful. I have to like move this thing. Okay. The crow sees all. Pay close attention to the signs and omens around you. A message is coming, and law is on your side. All right. Now let's pull a card. Let's pull a card for so this is what the Holy Spirit would want to ask you. So you get the plantain, meaning adaptation, recovery, and gentleness. How can you be kinder to the parts of you still healing? How can you be kinder to the parts of you still healing? So maybe that's why you feel like you couldn't maybe fully connect with somebody, because there's something in you that still needs to heal. You have been emotionally exhausted. Okay. All right, Capricorn, this is all my message for you. I'll see you again in my next reading. Bye. Loves you.